Do you have the courage to uncover the truth, or will the terror consume you first? On this channel, we dive into eerie true stories, unexplained mysteries, and bone-chilling legends, some real, some imagined. It's up to you to decide what's fact and what's fear. From true crime and paranormal encounters to terrifying campfire tales and urban legends, Truth or Terror brings you the most haunting stories ever told. Subscribe now, if you dare. Four friends, Jake, Tyler, Rachel, and Emily, had planned this trip for months. A week of canoeing through the remote waterways of Minnesota's boundary waters, untouched wilderness stretching for miles in every direction. No cell service, no civilization, just them, their canoes, and the deep, unbroken quiet of nature. The first 2 days were perfect. The sun warmed the clear lakes, and the nights were filled with laughter around the campfire. Then, on the third night, everything changed. They had set up camp on a small island in the middle of an isolated lake, their tents nestled between towering pines. As the fire crackled, Tyler joked about local legends, stories of wendigos and skinwalkers, the things that weren't supposed to exist. "Ever heard about the lost men?" he asked, his grin illuminated by the flickering firelight. "Old fur trappers who disappeared in these woods centuries ago. They say their spirits still wander, calling out for help, but if you answer, they'll come for you." Rachel rolled her eyes. "You're such an idiot." The laughter was cut short by a sound drifting across the lake, a low, keening howl, far off, but unmistakably human. They all went silent, exchanging uneasy glances. "What the hell was that?" Emily whispered. "Probably a wolf," Jake muttered, though he didn't believe it. The howl came again, closer, more desperate. A voice followed, hoarse and pleading. "Help! Me!" Emily grabbed Jake's arm. "Someone's out there." "No one's supposed to be out here," Tyler said, scanning the dark shoreline. "Not at this hour." The voice came again, ragged and wrong. It sounded like a man, until it didn't. The syllables stretched unnaturally, warping mid-sentence. "Please, don't leave me." Then silence. The four of them sat frozen, their breath shallow. The fire crackled, but the night had grown impossibly still. Rachel forced a laugh. "Okay, good one, Tyler, seriously. I swear to God that wasn't me." His voice was barely above a whisper. The canoe rocked. All at once, their attention snapped to the shore. Something moved there, a shape, just beyond the firelight. Too tall, too thin, watching. Then the voice came again, this time, right behind them. The voice, now directly behind them, made their blood run cold. "Please, help me." Jake spun around, his breath hitching in his throat. But there was nothing there. Just the dark woods at their backs, the faint glow of moonlight filtering through the trees. Rachel clutched her flashlight and flicked it on, sweeping the beam wildly. The trees cast long, skeletal shadows, but the forest was empty. Tyler grabbed the hatchet from his pack. "We need to leave." "Now?" Emily's voice wavered. "It's pitch black out there, Tyler. We can't just—" The voice cut through the night again, closer this time. "Don't go." A sound followed, a sickening, wet scraping, like something heavy dragging across the forest floor. Jake bolted for the canoes. "Screw this! We're leaving!" They didn't argue. They tore down their tents with frantic hands, shoving gear into their packs with no care for organization. Every second felt like something was creeping closer, just beyond the edges of the firelight. Then the whisper came from the trees. "I see you," Rachel screamed. Something moved, a flash of pale limbs weaving through the underbrush. Too fast, too unnatural. Jake shoved the last bag into the canoe and jumped in. "Go! Go!" The others piled in, pushing off into the black water just as something burst from the tree line. In the dim light, they saw it. Tall, emaciated, its skin stretched too tightly over an almost human face. It had no eyes, only deep, hollow sockets that oozed darkness. Its mouth twisted into something that was trying to smile but didn't know how. It stepped to the shore, watching. Rachel paddled with all her strength, tears streaming down her face. The island shrank behind them, the thing still standing at the water's edge. Then, it spoke again. "You'll come back." A slow, unnatural grin spread across its face, and the whisper curled through their minds like a curse. They didn't stop paddling until dawn. They abandoned the trip, hauling their canoes onto a ranger's dock and speeding out of the wilderness without a word. None of them spoke about what they saw. But at night sometimes, when the world is quiet, they still hear it. The voice, calling their names. Thank you for watching Truth or Terror. If you have any stories to share, email us at trutherterrorstories@gmail.com. And remember to like and subscribe.